Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart...
Hi, beautiful people. So we're going to make these beautiful DIY teacup candles. So it's day 9 and we're going to make these teacup candles. I love, love, love these. These are the perfect gift to give to anyone. Super inexpensive and really creative, right? This idea has been floating around the web for a long, long time, so I wanted to test it out myself, but do it in a different way because of some of the directions required you to use a thermometer and use a double broiler, and I didn't want to do it that way. So I used a microwave, I skipped down on the thermometer, and my candles came out perfectly. So let's get started making some candles. So here's a teacup candle that I made, and I love the way it came out. It's a beautiful vintage yellow teacup that I'm going to gift to someone. And all I did was pour just some wax and set a wick inside the teacup, and it's voila, a candle. So I love this project. It's super inexpensive. You can use most of the things that you have in your home, you can use to create these beautiful teacup candles. If you have old candles lying around the house, you can just melt those down. The only thing you probably would need to go buy if you had candles and teacups around your house, teacups of course that you didn't mind gifting away, are Wicks. And I purchased these Wicks at Michael's. I thought they were a bit pricey. They were $5.99 for 12 Wicks. And when you're on a budget, you know, you feel like $1 is a lot of money. So, and I'm on a really, really tight budget. I mean, I feel like my budget's on a budget. So anyway, these soy wicks I picked up at Michael's. They were $5.99. I had a coupon, and they're called Art Minds is the brand, and the size is 3.5 inch, and there's 12 of them that come in the package. And then I had some teacups that I picked up from thrift stores, and this one I got on eBay. As far as the wax goes, you can use, like I said, take old taper candles that you have lying around the house and melt those down. You can chop them up first and then melt them down. Or what I did was I also got this at Michael's, and this is soy candle wax, and I purchased that from Michael's, like I said, and it came in this container, and it was $8.99, but I had a coupon, so it was $4. And for those of you who have iPhones, if you download the Michael's app and it's free on your phone, you have coupons that come to you on that app all day long. So that's why I have all these coupons, is because I have the app on my iPhone, and then I just click and it brings up every single day. It has a new coupon for 50 to 40% off. So you can only use one coupon a day, but I love that they have that option, and it's saving me a ton of money doing these projects. So let's get started. So what you're going to do is take your wax and you're going to put it in a microwave container, safe. Make sure it's a microwavable container. This is how I'm choosing to do it. You can certainly melt your candle wax on the stovetop using a double broiler, but I'm not into, you know, making a mess in 3 different bowls. I don't see why I can't just put the wax, and I experimented with it last night. Place the wax inside this container, put it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. It's liquefied, and then pour it into my teacup. So I'm just going to set the wax in the bowl and then microwave. So here are my cups, nice and cleaned out. And what I did was just ran them under hot water and then dried them off, because you are pouring hot wax in there, so you want to make sure your cups don't crack. So that worked. It was genius yesterday when I did it. I just ran them under some hot water and good to go, and dry them off. Make sure they're nice and dry. And then I'm going to place my wick inside my cup. And in order to get the wick to stick down, because it has this little metal piece here, I'm just going to you can either put a little bit of hot glue on it, and then just stick it in the cup like that. Make sure it's nice and centered. So I'm just going to put some hot glue and put each wick in each cup, and then we'll be back pouring in our wax. I poured my wax in my teacup, and the wick, as you can tell, is leaning a bit. So I'm going to show you how to make sure that it stays nice and centered. So taking a chopstick, just slowly, do you see how I did that? I just took the chopstick and I'm just going to slowly press it on top like that so that it stays up nice and tall. And then I'm just going to leave my chopstick like that. You could use a pin, you could use a stick, just use whatever that will keep your wick nice and tall, standing nice and tall. So I'm just going to, so there we are finished. I'm just going to let it sit for 24 hours and it will be done. And it has a really nice aroma with the cinnamon in it. So that's it, guys. That's the most simplest thing, right? I don't think it's that complicated, but let me know if you have any other tips on how to do it. So here's what it looks like when it's burning. Is that creepy that I'm like this? It's like a little, you know, like in the olden days when they used to take lights and be peeping out in corners. Ebenezer Scrooge. Who goes there? Okay, now I'm going into Shakespeare acting. Sorry. Okay, anyway, that's how they look when they're burning. Isn't that so pretty? I know you guys are probably like, why is she balancing that candle on her hand like that? I'm not gonna start a fire. So it's so pretty and it smells so good. I love it. So I'm just gonna set it back down on my desk. And so these, I love these candles. You can gift, so you can gift wrap them to your family and friends. And I like it kind of with like a little bow on it and stuff. And just pop a little tag on there and add whatever else you may want to gift to them. So I think this idea is super fun, super creative. I know the person that you'll gift it to will totally appreciate it. I have read online that you can reuse the cups once the wax has melted out, and you can just clean it really good. I don't know if I would do that, but that's what other people who have tried this have said that they've done. And also too, I forgot to mention in the directions, make sure you trim your wick to 1/4 of an inch, so that you know your wick isn't standing all far out your candle and flames are going everywhere. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. So I hope you guys enjoyed this idea, and I hope you'll try it out yourselves. Tomorrow's day 10, and I'm not sure what project I'm doing yet. I've mapped out like my 30-day plan, but sometimes I switch the days and want to do one project sooner than the other. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Share the love. Bye.
And wonders of his love, and wonders of